So tonight's Elimination Chamber that we're meant to have is it the Roman match, to be honest, but I'm not gonna have my camera on because I just feel like it, to be honest. So we're just gonna have. But I think it's going to be in SAMI's hometown, which is Montreal, to be honest, which is in Canada. So I'm just having a look on the internet to see if it's happening. So apparently that's who we're to go CBS Sports, and then it's the match cards. We're going to have a look at them now. But it doesn't say. Right. So we've got the United States Championship on the line for Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, Montez Ford, Damian Priest, Johnny Gargano, and Bronson Reed. Edge versus Beth Pheonix, Brock Lesnar. And then pick no contest. Pick Bobby Lashley to win. So I just had a look at tonight's match card, but I've heard that there was meant to be Sami Zayn, but I don't know why ZAYN and Roman haven't gone at it yet. I think they're just going to wait until WrestleMania or something. But Cody can't wait that long because he's got that match between Roman, but it's meant to be well, actually it is happening tonight. Just went past it. The Undisputed Championship, the Undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. So I'll get that on a piece of paper. Alright, so it's Roman Reigns, isn't it? Because I thought it was going to be a short period of time, to be honest. But so it's, I'll put Roman, ROMAN, with Sami. So I decided to shorten, and then we've got Roman and Sami. I don't know what needs 4 extra bits of paper, but we'll probably start off with the main show of Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. Then we'll have Edge versus so we'll have Edge and Beth Pheonix versus Judgement Day. Then we'll have the women's Elimination Chamber match, and then the men's after that. And then we'll have the Universal Championship on the line. I just remembered I need to go and get my phone, but I need to get my back as well. Brilliant. So I'll put these bits of paper here. And I'll put some music on. Just need to find what one or something. Montana. So that says back. Managed to get my phone and I managed to get my battery back. I'm just gonna see if the chamber kickoff is on tonight, so we're gonna wait until the kickoff starts. Which is I'm gonna check. Starts at, let me say, we'll start at 12 o'clock midnight, so at least that we've managed to get started, because we'll probably have Roman to start, to be honest, but need to see what Daisy's doing tonight. Mhm. Mhm. Or you'd say like votes between Roman and that, to be honest. But I'd say that Roman would pick up the win, then Sammy would drop it, to be honest. Or, no, not Sammy, then Roman drops it, he goes mental, and every show he wants a rematch because he was robbed, and he wants it now. And then Adam Pearce says to him, "You'll have to wait until WrestleMania, Roman goes off his nut. He says, I want a rematch now. I don't want to wait until WrestleMania. And Adam says, fine, you've got your rematch. Then on, say, Monday, that'll be pissed off at SAMI for picking up the win, saying, I was wanting you to lose. But I'm thinking of SAMI picking up the win at Mania. Not Mania. Tonight. Then at Mania, he goes to face Roman and Cody. Okay? Or he faces Cody. Or Roman does. Like what he did at WrestleMania. Was it WrestleMania 38? No, last year was 38. So it'd be 37. He did. When he stacked up Roman, actually, when he stacked up Daniel Bryan and Edge, he was like, come on, let's just talk, to be honest. So I've got a pencil for me to write down who will be the winner, to be honest, but I'm just going to wait until the actual match happens. We'll see what happens. But I've got some bottles for me to fill up with water, but yeah. We'll get some done the now. It's going to be a while until I kick off show, so yeah. Probably should be waiting until kickoff starts, then the actual show. Honest. So it'll probably be Charlie Caruso talking. Their usual hosts like Booker T, Jerry the King Lawler, or Jerry Lawler, I like to call him. When he said in Philadelphia that where WrestleMania was going to be in 2024, which is next year. And I was like, Jerry, you couldn't have announced that. But gotta go what you've been told by the king of professional wrestling today, which is Jerry Lawler. Jerry the King Lawler. Here's the bonus.
Not staying up all night into your dad's.
Huh?
Not staying up all night because you're going to your dad's. And don't want you sleeping in that t-shirt. Good night. Good night.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, it's one of those that we can sit and like justify it, talk about it, and explore different avenues till the cows come home. It's not going to change the fact I really don't think it's going that way, unfortunately. But as I said, if it goes the way we're expecting, I ain't going to cry about it. I will be disappointed, and I'm not going to be able to hide that, obviously. But that's wrestling, isn't it? You root for your favourites. You want them to succeed. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And this is one that, this story has been so fantastic. I will be the first to admit that they've absolutely got me. I mean, I think that's quite clear. They've absolutely got me. They've absolutely managed to convince me that this is the time. This is, it's very Daniel Bryan-esque. So they've got me. The story got me. Sammy got me. Yeah, brilliant. Now we'll see how tonight goes. Joy Maurice said, good day. Got my pizza. I don't know why I've gone Australian. I think it was the good day, which, just naturally. Good day, everyone. Got my pizza and potato wedges as snacks. I was shocked and happy when Sammy used his old me. Can't wait for the show to start. Yeah, we do need to talk about other things as well outside of Sammy. Obviously, we've got 2 elimination chambers tonight. So the winner of the women's is going to be going on to face Bianca. So, feel free to let us know who would you have win that match. Who would you have win the women's? I do love the idea of Asuka. I think this new Kana-esque Asuka is very exciting. The only thing I would say is, do I want to see Asuka, this new Asuka, go to WrestleMania and then lose to Bianca? I mean, to be honest, I don't. If she's going to win tonight, then I'm going to want Asuka to beat Bianca. Love Bianca. I think she's brilliant. She's had a nice little run with the belt. She's had it since SummerSlam. Going from SummerSlam to WrestleMania, that's a credible time frame. Certainly when you think SummerSlam was actually earlier last year. Normally it's in like August, I think last year it was July. So it was like bang in the summer. It was SummerSlam. And so she's had that for like, months, 8 months along those lines. So that's a credible title reign. It's not like she's only just had it. I think that Asuka and this version of Asuka, if we're gonna, there's not really another reinvention we can do for Asuka. I sort of feel like turning her more into Kana, which was her character before WWE, which is kind of what the face paint symbolizes. Doing that and changing up her music and changing the mask. I mean, she doesn't come out with a usual masks. Now she's got that animal mask. Changing all of that up and everything. This has been a big change for the Asuka character. So for it to, result in her getting to WrestleMania, that's good. For it to result in her getting to WrestleMania and then just being fed to Bianca, I would be disappointed. I love Asuka, and I really want the best for her. And she hasn't been as dominant on the main roster as she was in NXT. Just feels like she's just that level below the Becky's and Bianca's and Charlotte's. Feels like you've got all them, and then you've got Asuka that next level down. Love to see her step up and go into that next level above. So we've got hope with Triple H now looking that we might look to do that. And I think Asuka will be coming in as favourite. But yeah, my concern would be she wins tonight and then loses at WrestleMania. Liv, I know there's a lot of Liv fans out there. She absolutely could do it. I think what's quite interesting is the week on the 2 shows going into this, and even though it doesn't really work that way anymore, it doesn't really work like if you like stamp all on the go home, then you're going to lose at the pay per view, blah blah blah, right? Even though she's looked weak coming into this, I can't read into that and say that means she's going to win now. But I think that she's going to have a good show. I think they do like her. They just gave her a hell of a performance. She's someone that I think in the fans' eyes, I could be wrong here, but in my eyes, she's massive since where we were about 12 months ago. You go back about 12 months ago, and she always just seems like she's just so happy to be on the show, which part of me really likes. nice to see people enjoying themselves, but part of you doesn't want to look at them as like a fan that's just there and it's just, oh my god, I can't believe it. Like, you want to see a superstar, and I think it's been like a bit of work for her to start to really kind of show that side of herself. Like, she needs to believe that she, rather than just be like, I can't believe I'm here, oh my god, I'm so lucky. We sort of need to move past that phase. We need to move past that phase. And we need to get to a phase where she is a superstar. Think about Charlotte. When Charlotte comes out with the robes and she presents herself as being the greatest, as being better than you, right? And that can rub people up the wrong way, but that's what a superstar do. Like, you want to feel like you're watching special people do special things, and like they live. She's the down to earth girl that's like, girl next door. And I actually think that's been a bit of some of this held her back. I think that's kind of held back. I think like she needed to have a run with the title. She needed to beat some credible people. She needed to grow further in confidence. She needed to kind of shake off that, oh my god, look at this, it's WrestleMania, I'm so excited. Like, she needed to kind of move past that a little further. You don't want to lose that connection with the fans. There's a lot of people that do love her for that. But I just think that that's also a bit of a barrier. I think you do need her to be a superstar. And I think where we are with her right now is really positive. I think we're in probably we're in the best place we've ever been with. In my eyes, she's a solid mid-carder that absolutely you can use in main event community. If had Money in the Bank, for example, it was going to be, say, I don't know, Bianca versus Liv for the title. No one would bat an eyelid. No one would bat an eyelid. No one would be like, I mean, it's not like Dana Brooke. Like, Liv Morgan has established herself, largely thanks to winning the title, but also some decent matches, continuing to improve in the ring, getting a little stronger in the promos, just getting more experience and exposure. She's proven herself now that she can hang at that level. And I think she's got a champ they could. Like, honestly, if it's going to be Bianca versus Liv, I don't think there'd be too many people that would be like, well, I think she's kind of firmly established herself. Carmella doesn't make any sense. Nikki doesn't make any sense. Raquel Rodriguez is very interesting. Raquel Rodriguez is interesting because she is big. Right? She is someone that has got a great look. She's strong. She is absolutely a multi-time world champion. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. She's a multi-time world champion. She's going to win that world title many, many times. It's just, when do we start that ball rolling? When do we get that ball rolling? Get that ball rolling soon, or do we just build her up a little further? She's already won the tag titles with Aaliyah, so, and there is no women's mid-card belt. Like, they are the women's mid-card belts. So I think what Raquel would benefit from is a really good feud. She needs a really good feud. Remember, Bianca had a feud with Bayley before she went to WrestleMania, and then feuded with Sasha. I sort of feel like Raquel needs that feud with Bayley, someone like that, before she then goes back to the champion. So the league is just a little too soon. But honestly, if Raquel was by the end of this year, I wouldn't be too surprised. I really wouldn't. I think she's a long time. I think she's absolutely incredible. Personally, with the on hand, there's 2 women's titles. So if we get one, wake up to the city, Raquel getting another one. So yeah, she's definitely an option. And then the other person in the match, I can't remember who it is. So there we go. For me, it's Asuka and Natalya's over.
Just me back.
on SmackDown from the fans in attendance that were like starting to turn on them, like honestly now that time has to act. She lost it to Ronda. Ronda then didn't do much with it. She loses it to Charlotte. When Charlotte comes back on that December 30th issue of SmackDown, which was pretty random. And then, like, I've never really done much with it since Charlotte had it. Honestly, SmackDown with its time has been horrific. It's been horrific. It's been really bad. You can probably say that since.
But I think since are you streaming the Wild Water Market? No, to be honest. So I'm just waiting till kickoff show starts. Then I'm gonna get onto the pre-show. So I'm afraid, Robin. But what we will tend to see is Roman and SAMI going at it. To be honest, just like one on one. I'm thinking of SAMI will win. To be honest, but I'm just deciding to have my camera off. So. we're going to wait until the kickoff show does start. But we will. Or some stuff. Don't know. But we're still waiting until it hits the big showtime. It's not showtime, the kickoff show, to be honest, so just let me have a look. Where's it would be? There it is. WWE. We're gonna watch WWE now. Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber. Just on 8/7 Central on. Don't know what it is, but it's 8/7 Central. On Peacock and that was so. So I'm just gonna have a look, see if they've posted anything for WWE now, or they have. 7 hours ago, to be honest. $900 days. Raquel Rodriguez. ATL down. Montreal, Canada. Judgement Day. Tide, the Grit couple. So it's live on the network, because I just seen a thing on WWE Now, to be honest. So as we're just waiting for the kickoff to start and we'll watch it on my phone, to be honest. Then we'll watch the pre-show on my phone, then we'll get results, and then we'll get this over and done with. So the pre-show doesn't start until, let me have a look. The kickoff. The pre-show starts at 1 in the morning. I'm just having a look. So we've got around about 11 minutes until the kickoff. To be honest, done here. And I'm just waiting until the WWE Network have got it on, but I will look between times now. Actually, I can watch it on here. Alright. Just having a look. No, I can't be honest. Active. So at the Broken Skulls session, which is on, I'm waiting until Elimination Chamber is on. To be honest. So, Elimination Chamber starts at 1 in the morning. So we've got till the kickoff starts. I'm just having a look anyway on the WWE Network. And then we'll watch it on my phone. So it starts at 1 a.m. So where? So I know it's day one-ish. In the dying sense. Day one-ish. So we're waiting until actual show starts. So having a look on my phone. Got last year's. Hold on. So just gonna continue waiting. So I've been waiting for 1 hour.
If you could book a dream match, WrestleMania.
So got round about, don't know how many minutes, so I'm going to check them now. So we've got around about 3 minutes. To be honest. On the road to WrestleMania. Streaming on the WWE Network.
I can't believe it! Dang it, Kofi. How you doing this? Oh, no! Match is here! The only way to really matters. Roman Reigns sets a new record for most eliminations in a Royal Rumble match. Everybody in this arena is standing it up.
It's in the air. And if you let it come to you, you will find there's nothing sweeter than vengeance.
Both women hit at the same time. Jade, Dolan, Perez in a triple threat match. This is gonna be good. Breaker, Waller, inside of a steel cage.
NXT Vengeance Day premium live event.
I didn't come to
Let's talk about Monday Night Raw tonight.
I mean, come on. No one can hang with me.
A huge statement on Monday Night Raw.
No one is ready for Asuka.
Nobody can stop it.
The only place for Raw recaps and reactions, because when the Raw cameras stop, Raw Talk rolls.
I see you there.
It's the start of something beautiful. Play the footage for me, please. They're not rumors. I was a handful. I did what I did, man. I don't have any regrets. You can think outside the box. You can go extreme. Something that you never thought would ever come true. Ric Flair was never a dairy. It's been my life. I'm rising up now. I'll take you on. Defying flames, indestructible. I'll take it higher. I'll bring the. We all knew this was kind of a special time. Ruthless aggression.
I just feel like there's a place for everyone. We're having goosebumps right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it's night 12 o'clock. Guess that's the night starting.
Together. And now, WWE presents Elimination Chamber Kickoff.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Elimination Chamber Kickoff Show. And a sold-out Belvedere here in Montreal, Quebec. Canada, guys, the fans are getting hyped. I can tell you why. This is the final stop on the road to WrestleMania. Can I yes.
You say it like I know. You believe it?
6 weeks from today, we have a lot that this is going to determine who gets to make it to the ultimate show of shows. Let's talk about my all-star panel. We've got a new face, a newbie on the kickoff panel. Wade Barron, how you doing?
I'm fantastic. What a great time to come and debut on the kickoff show. Booker T was supposed to be here. He heard I was coming. Now he's running scared. Cancel this flight.
We're having a good time. And, we needed you on here because you're the only one who has any experience. We're talking about that big
Good
structure
point.
back there. So, of course, we've got Kevin Patrick over here to my left. How you doing, bud?
Great. I'll tell you what, guys. The atmosphere in Montreal, Quebec
Listen
right
to
now.
that.
Here we go. Ole!
Woo!
It's palpable. There's a feeling that something really special could happen tonight with Montreal's own SAMI ZAYN.
And speaking of special, Peter, how are you doing down
Oh
there?
my God! Thank you so much. I am thrilled. We're in the home of the Habs. You guys hear it. There's a different energy tonight. And of course, how are we not thinking about Sami and Roman already? I cannot wait.
We're thinking about, we did want to send our well wishes to Jared. He suffered a medical emergency a couple of weeks ago. But we're wishing him a speedy recovery, and we can't wait to see him again.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like the same kickoff show without King here.
We're going to do you proud, King.
Yeah, right, we will.
All right, well, let's talk about what's on the show tonight. Starting with tonight at the Elimination Chamber. Undisputed
Roman
WWE
Reigns.
Universal Champion Roman Reigns will look to destroy Sami Zayn in front of the former
Zayn.
Honor, who's his hometown here in Montreal. The winner goes on to face Royal Rumble winner Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania.
And 5 of the fastest rising superstars in WWE, and one man in Seth freaking Rollins, who's done it all, compete inside the Elimination Chamber for the United States Championship. Champ Austin Theory's reign in serious jeopardy heading into WrestleMania season.
And hold on, Wade, because two of the most dominant forces to ever grace WWE collide tonight at Elimination Chamber. It's Lesnar versus Lashley, guys. And of course, back at Extreme Rules, Edge said, I quit to Finn Balor, and Rhea hit Beth Phoenix with the concerto anyway. Tonight, the Brit couple get their chance at revenge on the Judgement Day.
I'm so excited about this one, guys. 6 of the most dominant female superstars will battle inside that career-altering Elimination Chamber for the right to challenge Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair at WrestleMania.
The Elimination Chamber. 24 feet high, 10 times. The danger in the Elimination Chamber is inherent. One of the most brutal matches ever devised. This match begins with 2 superstars in the ring. 4 other superstars will be locked in one Lexan pod. Every 5 minutes, one of these other superstars will be released from a pod. But it's random. We've seen so many times in the past, the Elimination Chamber itself being used as a very effective weapon. Something on it that doesn't hurt. The other eliminated opponent will be a pinfall submission inside the ring. The last one standing wins. We will have 2 championship implications. Austin Theory will join the fray and defend his United States Championship. With a championship opportunity against Bianca Belair on the line, which of these 6 superstars will get their chance at WrestleMania? If you want a clear path to WrestleMania, you must win Elimination Chamber.
All right, we're back here at the Elimination Chamber kickoff show. We're getting a good look at that massive 30,000 pounds of metal Elimination Chamber structure. And like I mentioned earlier, this match is going to determine who is going on to WrestleMania to have that moment against Bianca Belair. So a lot is at stake. And again, Wade, you've experienced these kind of structures. How do you mentally get ready for something like this?
Well, I'll tell you, you're right, it is a mindset, but someone who has caught my eye lately since I've come over to SmackDown on the commentary team is Liv Morgan. Now, Liv Morgan, but after Extreme Rules, she took a turn to the extreme. And if you want to win a match like the Elimination Chamber, you have to be prepared to face danger head on.
Liv Morgan is someone who has completely lost any concept, any fear of danger, and that has to hold her in really good stead tonight.
I think it's a great point you make about Liv. What really stands out to me right now is just the opportunity that is presenting itself this evening. Look, Rhea Ripley wins the Royal Rumble. Rhea Ripley goes and she picks Charlotte Flair. That match is set for WrestleMania. But for these 6 superstars tonight to go and grab this opportunity, I'm immediately thinking of a wildcard pick like Nikki Cross, the maniacal.
Okay.
I mean, we saw what she was doing to you on Friday Night
Hey,
SmackDown,
don't
right?
bring that up again. The missus was watching that. I'm already in enough trouble, all right? We need to pretend that didn't happen. Delete that from the archives.
Nikki. I mean, this promises to be true, yeah.
Yeah, and what about the wily veteran, Natty? Now, this is a woman who's a multi-time champion in Canada. We know the history. I saw Natty arriving to the hotel earlier this week. The fans waiting for her. They love her here. You can't discount how important that home advantage is going to be here tonight.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this. I've known Natalya for a long time. Went through WWE developmental with Natalya. Since her recent time off, when she got the facial reach, she has come back with a completely new attitude. She's kind of been playing Mother Goose to a lot of the locker room for the last few years.
Absolutely.
Helping the youngsters, helping the newcomers up here, showing them the ropes. That's all gone now. Natalya is here now for Natalya. This is Heart Country. Could be a big night.
And when you talk about experience, 5 of the women have been champions in WWE. The only one that hasn't, Raquel Rodriguez. You're not betting against Raquel Rodriguez for everything we've seen over the
But
last
do you
year.
think that would mean that maybe she's going to work even harder? You know, for an opportunity the girls have had, I think that probably puts a little more fire in her because she has a lot more to prove.
Yeah,
Right?
100%.
There's actually a negative correlation with experience at times when it comes to the elimination.
Too much memory.
The first time you get in, you're kind of naive, and that's a good thing until you take your first landing on the steel. And then the second time you're in the match, the third time you're in the match, you know you have a feeling of dread because you know what is awaiting you. It could be a secret weapon for Raquel, the fact that she hasn't been in this match before.
I'm gonna be interested to see what or to hear what Bianca Belair thinks. You know, sort of while watching this match tonight. Maybe she's more afraid to get in there with.
I mean, who's Bianca afraid of? I mean, she is a fighting champion. I know she's just excited to have a big-time match at WrestleMania again. And the pain that you feel. You're making me nervous here.
I mean,
And so is it.
You spend 30 seconds in that structure, you don't even need to hit the steel. You just sense the foreboding, the dread that every competitor, once that bell rings, is going to feel.
I
In
think
the pod or out.
I think what's funny is earlier we're like, oh wait, you've been in 3 of these. He's like, I only remember 2. I'm like, enough said.
Exactly. Enough said. He blocked out the third one.
I wish I could block out the other 2, but it's all burned.
And get our picks. Who is going to go on to face Bianca Belair at WrestleMania?
My pick, the powerhouse Raquel Rodriguez. The rise continues all the way to WrestleMania.
Okay.
All right, I am going to go with the moonwalking, the trash talking, the princess of Staten Island. 7 months out, Carmella has come back fresh. She won a fatal 4-way to get this opportunity. So yeah, I'm going Carmella.
Let me jump in there.
Carmella
I am putting a curse on Carmella.
What?
Trash told me on SmackDown commentary last night. I'm putting a Papa Shango curse.
Not a Papa Shango curse. Okay. I am going to go with, come on, guys. This is one of the most decorated superstars in WWE, and she's found herself recently. I'm going with the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, guys. I'm sorry. She's going to Mania.
All right. Well, time will tell. We're going to keep our eyes peeled for that one. Again, the stakes. We've got a lot more to chat about what's going on tonight at the Elimination Chamber. We'll be right back after this.
There's no time to deliberate. The road to WrestleMania is here. It's time to show your allegiance. It's time to make your choice clear. To make your voice clear. So show them with whom you stand. Flaunt it, whichever your brand. However you fan, do whatever you can, because WrestleMania is within sight. And we got the gear right here to keep you looking tight. Aight? Tonight only. Save up to 40% off site-wide.
Welcome back to our Elimination Chamber kickoff show. There you have it. Mixed tag match coming your way, where Beth Pheonix and Edge are out for redemption. They are pissed off parents, and they happen to be WWE Hall of Famers, and they want redemption after what went down at Extreme Rules. An absolutely deafening response from the WWE Universe for the arrival of the Grit Couple.
reason why we're here. This is the Judgment Day.
Sure.
For the last year, we have battled back and forth. All leading up to Extreme Rules. The minute I saw Rhea Ripley dash Beth in the back of the head with those brass knuckles, I knew exactly what was going to happen, and I quit.
They told us to, Will!
Just go.
You just made a bad problem even worse. I am a cruel, vindictive, sick bastard who will sink to any level to get my pound of flesh. Mommy's home! The Amazon is here! Spare!
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. If you've got the stones, Ripley, Balor.
I'm the only person around here that's noticing a pattern. That Edge makes his triumphant return to the ring, only for the Judgment Day to beat him down again and again and again.
What I did to you was just a glimpse of what I'm capable of. Rhea, I'm going to end Judgment Day. Message sent. It will all come to a head of the Elimination Chamber.
We saw it on Monday Night Raw. Riptide from Rhea Ripley to Balor. In many ways, Wade has a point. But he says, we've had your number at every stage along the way. But that burning fire inside Edge and Beth Pheonix, I'm sure we're going to see that tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to take nothing away from the Judgment Day. I've
I'll be
been
back.
nothing but impressed with how bloodthirsty, how vicious they are from day one. But the truth is, the key to the Judgment Day's success, and I know a bit about this from my Nexus days, has been the numbers game. Tonight, Damian Priest has his hands full with other matters. I'm not convinced that the traditional numbers game is going to be applying tonight.
What are you trying to say about Dominic?
I think, well, taking nothing away from XCOM Dom, it's as tough as they come, we all know that. But the traditional four-player team that they have isn't going to be available tonight, and that may open a window for the Hall of Fame couple.
Oh, I tell you what, good question for you, Kayla, because you know Beth Pheonix. You don't get under Beth Pheonix. How tough is she?
It kind of blows my mind to see, and hear Rhea and Dom speak so much disrespect toward Beth Pheonix and Edge, two WWE Hall of Famers who have more than proven why they are WWE Hall of Famers. I had Dominic on the bump earlier today. He just kept making jokes about them being old and that they need to be in a nursing home.
Well, listen, we can't talk about respect when we're sitting around with Wade Barrett on the set. This is the man who showed up.
We can't talk about old and going into a nursing home.
Not where you did that. Not where I was going. But the man showed up, and you and Nexus destroyed the WWE as we know it. Because sometimes, early in a career, when people are trying to prove themselves, like Rhea Ripley is, like Dom is, Finn, of course, being the experience of this team, respect is out the window. This is about dominance. This is about a fight. And frankly, guys, I don't know if anyone's been as dominant in all of WWE as Rhea Ripley over there. I mean, 61 minutes, over an hour inside the Royal Rumble match, setting the record, most eliminations ever as well. She's incredibly dominant. However, I can't imagine somebody putting a chair over my wife the way Rhea Ripley did to Beth Pheonix, with the children potentially watching on. If I'm Edge right now, I'm a man absolutely possessed. I'm a ruthless avenger tonight. I'm going to do everything in my power to annihilate Rhea Ripley and obviously Finn Balor.
And let's not forget that Edge is the guy who brought the Judgment Day together before Beth Phoenix was even involved in this mess. Edge had a quest for vengeance for being stabbed in the back. Now, you mentioned not upsetting Beth Phoenix, or Betty P as I know her. I commentated alongside Beth Phoenix in NXT for a number of years, and believe me, I ruffled her feathers on many occasions. I felt that wrath. Now, the Glamour Mama has now turned back into the Glamour Zone. There has been a physical transformation of Beth Phoenix that I've been blown away by. And I really think the Judgment Day are in big trouble tonight.
And just from the standpoint of like us getting to enjoy it as fans and now sit back and watch, to me, just getting to see Beth Phoenix and Rhea Ripley touch in the ring, like that's magic. That's multi-generation icons, in my opinion, one day getting to have a match tonight. Yeah, it certainly is. But the Rhea Ripley factor, Kayla, again, you see her around all the time. I mean, there's something unbelievably special about Rhea Ripley.
There absolutely is. But I also question, seeing all these antics with Dominic and Rhea, the way he's going after his father, showing up at Valentine's Center, fresh out of the clink, talking about his prison life. At some point, I'm like, is he going to cause the focus for Rhea?
Focus. He was in county jail for about 5 minutes. Are we serious? He's still buying into Dominic Mysterio and his stories.
CV, wonderful.
This panel's going downhill fast. I was enjoying it until you bring the Miz into this. Come on.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
No.
All
Well said. Once you brought up the Miz, you lost.
Well, what do you say? Well, we do some picks.
Okie dokie. Here we go. Well, for me, the Hall of Fame married couple, they're out for vengeance. They're out for blood. For once, the Judgment Day have outkicked their coverage. They're in big trouble tonight. Edge and Beth win.
It's hard to disagree with that. Again, I just can't imagine being in Edge's position tonight, remembering and reliving everything that he went through when he was forced to say, I quit at Extreme Rules, as the Judgment Day just mocked him and laughed at him. This was a group, as you rightly point out, that he started. They betrayed him. With all that said, and with the Glamazon by his side, Edge and Beth for me.
And in his home turf here?
Yes, in Canada, correct. That is completely valid. And that said, I'm still going with the Judgment Day for a couple of reasons. Number one, I think Rhea Ripley is the most dominant superstar in WWE today. Number two, let's not forget, we're getting a version of Finn Balor we've never seen before either. This is a guy who's playing on a whole different level. And don't ever forget, where mommy is, Poppy ain't far. So, who knows? I like the Judgment Day.
Unless the bill comes out of the restaurant, then he disappears real quick. Right.
Well played. Well played. All right, Peter. Yeah, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very, very excited.
Very excited.
A&E is back. Tomorrow, A&E's WWE Legends is about to tell the definitive story of the most iconic faction ever, NWO. And then, don't miss Booker T, Freddie Prinze Jr., and more on the rivalry that started it all. Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant on WWE Rivals. It's all part of the return of WWE Superstar Sunday on A&E tomorrow night, starting at 8, 7 Central.
WWE gave me something to live for.
That's your life's work.
See, there's a price you pay for being a wrestler.
I was grateful when you stayed away.
China was unlike anything I'd ever seen before.
Whoa. It was bigger than I ever dreamed it would be. WWE Legends new season premieres tomorrow at 8. Part of WWE Superstar Sunday on A&E.
The time for talking is over. The time for fighting is now.
The Celtic Warrior, Sheamus, has arrived.
I come from a long line of Celtic warriors. I don't care if it's an arena, if it's in a bar room, or if it's back home in Ireland. I love the place.
I don't think I've seen anyone make as big an impact here in the WWE as quickly as Sheamus.
My name is Sheamus, and I'm here to make an impression.
Sheamus is the first Irish-born WWE champion in history.
We got to kick it up a notch like you don't want it, it's gonna be a hard fight.
Sheamus is the king of the ring.
My goal is to go out there as if I've never achieved anything.
On another level, you gotta turn it up. You wanna be with me? You wanna see what's up?
You act like you've never won anything. as well keep you in mind.
He did it! Sheamus is the world champion! 18 seconds! Sheamus is the 4-time world champion! 5-time tag team champion! 3-time United States champion!
I am the Celtic Warrior.
Sheamus!
Fella, I'll be honest with you, fella. The main star of the #1 box office movie, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Out of the Shadows.
You know, we can step over, carve out our own piece of the city.
Move over, Rock. Sheamus is taking your spot, fella. Let's do this. I stole the show, right? George, this will be the one and only time.
The Celtic Warrior, Sheamus! There stands a man who suffers from no shortage of respect from the WWE locker room. It's
Fire after fire. The brawl of brutes are going to be starting fights and drinking pints. I have faced the best of the best, and I have beat every single one of them.
I'm just as passionate now, maybe even more passionate than I was when I started. What keeps me going is looking forward. That's always been the way. What's the next thing I can achieve?
People were using the... When we were told that we were going to be in the main event, it was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening.
Pretty magical.
There is so much anticipation for tonight's Elimination Chamber, including what's going down between these two explosive superstars who have had numerous of out-of-control brawls and beatdowns. And tonight, in his highly anticipated Clash of the Titans, Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar will once again go head-to-head.
At the Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar got his ass thrown over the top rope. Thrown over the top rope by Bobby Lashley. Bobby, he finally struck a chord in Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar! Oh, wait, guys, look out! Lesnar just destroyed everything! See, all last week, I couldn't get Bobby out of my head. I came up with a resolution. On this contract, it states Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar at Elimination Chamber. Bobby Lashley, get your ass down here and sign this contract. The Almighty doesn't need a second invitation. Let's take a little walk down memory lane. Match number 1. I did you. Bobby Lashley defeats Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. And match number 2. The hurt lock has been applied. Light in the eyes of Lesnar disappearing. Lesnar's shoulders are down. Lesnar wins and survives. You won, but if my memory serves me correct, I laid your ass unconscious as I walked out this ring. So I'm going to take this contract, and then I'll get back with you, Brock. Are you surprised that Bobby Who has one up on you? Oh, look out! He's angry the beast! F5 to the Almighty!
Just watching something on the network. So Bobby Who?
Bobby! Get your ass out here and sign this contract! This is a wise decision to hire additional security. But the mind games continue. This is not the Brock Lesnar show. I'm in the driver's seat right now. We're going to do things on my terms.
sign this contract, I'm going to come down there and beat your ass, and I'll sign it for you.
Here we go. Lesnar is laying waste. Holy crap. Lashley spear. It is official. The contract has been signed. This could be the single biggest brawl in the history of the 2024. For the third time.
All right, everyone, we're back here at the Elimination Chamber kickoff show. Just about 30 minutes away from the beginning of all of the action. We got to talk about those two men. Two of the most dominant men we've ever seen in this ring together. We have seen them wreak absolute havoc, cause destruction, matches against each other. So we're tied now, 1-on-1. No one likes a tie. So for that reason alone, I am terrified for them both.
I'm terrified. I'll tell you one thing, guys. My first night in the hot seat on Monday Night Raw was the season premiere back on October 10th. 2 minutes into that show, Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley go through the announce desk, all the preparation all week, ripped to shreds. And I know about that watching that last night. Notes are gone, but I'm watching these two with that real aggression towards each other. When you speak with Bobby Lashley and he talks about Brock Lesnar, there's a fire in that man's eyes, and I just can't wait. They're going to rip each other to shreds tonight. And if anything, it's kind of flying under the radar with everything around Sami Zayn here in Montreal, that all of a sudden Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley meeting tonight. They could be main eventing any show anywhere around the world.
I think maybe we need to put them in a cage to keep them out of little words.
There's a lot of things I'm grateful for in my career. Trust me, nobody can sing Wade Barrett's praises better than Wade Barrett. But the thing I'm most grateful for is the fact that I never once had to step in a ring with Brock Lesnar. Because believe me, even at my peak, I know there is nothing I could have done to have prevented an assault from the beast himself.
But that's the thing. This is the one guy you sort of feel like is an even matchup in Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, he's no Wade Barrett, that's for sure.
Exactly.
The levels are not there. I'll accept
Make
that.
it a triple threat match.
There are
Ready?
not many superstars that you could say would be basically even Vegas odds, but that's what you have to say when Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar get together. 2 words. Irresistible force, immovable object. That's what tonight is. For me, it hasn't felt that way of late, though. And the edge has been to Bobby Lashley. And you rightly point out that it's 1 each. But think about the Brock Lesnar victory. Bobby Lashley has been the hurt lock. Lesnar kicks off the ropes, uses his weight to his advantage. What happened afterwards? Bobby Lashley left him lifeless over a crown jewel. The Royal Rumble match, Lashley got the edge there. A little bit of help from Roman Reigns over a year ago. Now Bobby Lashley's playing mind games. Week in, week out, we saw him pull the table up on the stage, said, you come to me and sign the contract. Bobby's playing on his terms right now against Brock Lesnar. This is kind of unprecedented.
You know, so I was ringside at that match, Crown Jewel. I was commentating on it, and I saw something I have never seen before or since, something I thought was impossible, and that was Brock Lesnar getting plastered all over the arena. Wow. He was absolutely mauled by Bobby Lashley. Credit to Brock Lesnar. Somehow he still managed to pull out a victory, but that was completely one-way traffic. I never thought we'd see the day that would happen. You're right. Bobby Lashley may well be the only person on planet Earth in history to have the number of Brock Lesnar.
Personal thing or just getting the job done. Anytime I've talked to Brock Lesnar and asked him that question, whoever he's facing, is it personal? He always says it never is for him. Do you think that's changed?
I think it doesn't matter for Brock Lesnar. It can be business. It can be personal. You don't want anything to do with the man. I do think he's a machine in that way, right? Like, I don't think he processes this as some emotional sort of fight. This is a guy who shows up and beats people up for a living. I don't know. I disagree because he spoke in the ring a few weeks ago about how he says, I go home, I go out hunting, and I'm thinking about Bobby Lashley. He even said, I go to bed with my wife, and he stopped and he said, 5 hours thinking about Bobby Lashley.
All right, well, let's get our picks here. What do you got?
Okay, look, I've got to go with Bobby Lashley. I've seen twice. Bobby Lashley, once at the Royal Rumble, beat Lesnar. The second time, should have beaten Lesnar. Third time, the rubber match, it's Bobby Lashley's night.
I've gone back and forth on this so much, Kayla, and ultimately,
I don't know if I could ever go against Bobby Lashley. I mean, I see the guy.
I think it's because he said he was going to unfollow you on social media.
Wait. Hold on. This is I was there for this. You are such a coward. Found out that the man was going to pick Brock and bullied him. He said now he's going to unfollow you. You're back.
There was a shakedown in the locker room earlier.
By the way, Graves just texted me and said specifically, Bobby just said, tell KP keep my name out his mouth.
I'm picking Bobby. You guys can say what you want.
All right, well, you're gutless. I am going with Brock Lesnar. I'm scared of Bobby also, but I just feel like that image we just saw of Brock Lesnar on his back with the contract thrown on him disrespectfully can't sit well with him. I'm going Brock Lesnar.
Oh, man, cannot wait for it. We can tell you guys, Montreal is bouncing tonight. Montreal is a city, of course, with such rich wrestling history. We all know that. Of course, journalist and broadcaster, and Montreal's own Ariel Helwani.
The history of Montreal wrestling is a rich and storied one. Of course, you all know about 1997. You know about the Survivor Series. You know about the screw job.
Are you kidding me?
That was a dark day for our city. But our city's wrestling story is about much more than a single cold night in November over 25 years ago. Rick Martel, Ivan Koloff, Dino Bravo, Mad Dog and Luda Vachon, the Rougeau brothers, the incomparable Pat Patterson, and so many others. These are the men and women who built the legendary Montreal wrestling scene. Now, the 1997 Survivor Series was the first major WWE event to take place here. It happened in this building.
You are looking live at the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
But it's not the only one. Montreal has played host to a cavalcade of memorable WWE superstars and the moments they create.
It is a matchup of arguably the two most influential figures in sports entertainment history. Cena is now a 6-time champion.
Has it seen one of its own do the headline? That is until two men arrive.
My name is Pheonix. I'm going to change everything.
What an incredible moment!
Impossible. Two men who didn't fit the bill. Two men who refused to give up. Two of our own.
I can say with absolute certainty that without you, I would have never gotten to WWE.
One of those men has already climbed the mountaintop. Well, he took a bit of a detour. But tonight, he arrives. He realizes his dream.
I'm coming after you and the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship!
In front of his family. From us. In the same building he debuted almost 8 years ago. Montrealer goes for gold in La Belle Province. It may never happen again. Sami Zayn faces Roman Reigns, an imposing champion who has systematically stomped out each and every challenger who has dared stand opposed to him.
I want you in Montreal. Let's broke up my family. I'm going to break you in front of your entire family.
But while Sami Zayn may be facing Roman Reigns one-on-one, he will not be entering that ring alone. He enters with every legend who built this rich wrestling scene symbolically by his side, willing him to the top. Tonight, one of our own finally gets his chance. And in doing so, he'll etch his name in the story of Montreal wrestling history books forever.
just a little bit to dive deeper into that undisputed WWE Universal Championship match. But before we get to that, we gotta talk about the United States Championship match going down inside this 30,000-pound structure inside the Elimination Chamber. Let's talk about how we even got to this place.
Yeah, these are some of the Elimination Chamber qualifying matches for a chance to get at Theory and the United States Championship. Seth freaking Rollins, a two-time WWE Grand Slam champion, gets it done against Chad Gable.
Absolutely. A few weeks back after the Rumble, Seth gets a shot. You know he has history with that United States Championship and wants it back.
What about Johnny Gargano? He'd love an opportunity at the United States Championship. Here, Johnny wrestling. He's with a little bit of help from Dexter Loomis as well. Johnny turned it around on Baron Corbin, who's got nothing going for him these days. Johnny Gargano headed to the Elimination Chamber.
Johnny, that kid might do it, but how about this Raw newcomer, the colossal Bronson Reed, squared off against the ZAYN Man until the greatest WWE tsunami of the big Aussie through to the Elimination Chamber match.
You say, is there any stopping Bronson Reed? That's what a lot of people are thinking right now. But Damian Priest has been on a roll. Here you see, south of heaven, Priest taking down Angelo Dawkins to book his place in the Elimination Chamber. Damian Priest had a reign as United States Champion of 191 days. He's headed back to the Elimination Chamber tonight. And Montez Ford is looking for a singles goal for the very first time. Taking down Elias in spectacular fashion. Crack open the roof. Frog splash all over Elias. Montez books his spot. Now let's check in with our boy, Byron Saxton. He's with the U.S. champ.
He's just arriving. Austin, quick question. Tonight you step inside the grueling Elimination Chamber to defend your United States title against 5 of the fiercest superstars in all of WWE. Let's look at those 5. Johnny Gargano, that's a stay-at-home dad. Montez Ford, how did he even get in this thing? This isn't the tag division. And then there's Bronson Reed. Well, he's just a big waste of space. And then we got Damian Priest. Wasn't Damian Priest the United States champion? That's right, Byron. We forgot about that when I became the champ. That's right. They only know me as the champ. And then number 5. This one's my favorite. Seth freaking Rollins. It should be Seth past Rollins. Because every time I beat him, he goes further and further into the past. And that's exactly what's going to happen tonight to all 5 of those superstars. Because the reality is, we are in the now. And I am the forever champ. And they're all just lucky that tonight they get to experience Austin Theory live. How about that?
The U.S. champion is as confident and, dare I say, cocky as ever. He may not fight the more fiercest, but these are the fiercest challengers, and he's going to be locked up inside this Elimination Chamber match for this career-altering opportunity for so many WWE superstars. Just look inside of this structure. It is ominous. It is large. I know for a fact I don't want to be anywhere near it. But again, going back to you, the one person on this desk who has had an experience or 2 or 3 that you remember. And I think we're going to throw up the rules of this match, of the Elimination Chamber matches. And I just want to go back to, what does it take to be able to overcome 5 other superstars, not enter just a normal match, in a structure like that?
Well, as you mentioned, I've been in 3 Elimination Chambers. I've won precisely 0 Elimination Chamber matches, so I'm not the man to give anyone advice on how to win these things, but I did manage to survive. But the one thing I really took away with me from these matches was the physical pain that lasted for weeks afterwards. The numbness in the hands, the inability to move my neck in the correct direction. What I really liked, though, was that cockiness, was that arrogance of the United States champion, Austin Theory. That will take you a long way in this game, and we've seen Austin Theory have that durability in the past that might just sweep him to victory tonight.
Tell me this way, what are you thinking about when you're in that pod? When you're sitting there watching the other combatants in the ring and you're just waiting, how do you stay warm? How do you stay mentally ready?
I'm simply hoping that by some malfunction of the structure, my pod doesn't open. I've got the fear at that point, but obviously at some point it does. Either inadvertently because someone smashes through the pod or it just opens, you're out there and you're in a world of trouble. It's about survival at that point. Any strategies that you come into that match with go out the window. You're just feeling wanting to avoid it
at all costs.
So Pinder submitted that you're done, you're eliminated. And with that, I kind of think about form here and who's coming in hot. And you've been saying this for a while, that Austin Theory, the champion, you're kind of feeling him right now, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he has an arrogance that denies reality at times. So that is a real, the Elimination Chamber. Unless you can think about the pain, the destruction, the chaos, the damage to your body that is awaiting you, perhaps the better you're going to come into this match.
You know, I think about and wonder who he fears the most out of all these superstars is going to be in there with. My personal opinion from watching them over the years would have to be Seth freaking Rollins and Johnny Gargano. The guys who taught Theory everything that he knows. I talked to Johnny earlier, and he essentially said, I brought him into this. I'm ready to take him out of it.
Yeah, I mean, Wade, always was like a mentor nearly for both Dexter Lewis, Austin Theory back in the day as well. Johnny knows everything there is to know about Austin Theory, but does Johnny have what it takes to surpass a Seth Rollins or a Bronson Reed for that matter? And the one guy I think we shouldn't overlook here is Damian Priest.
Yeah.
He's been in many ways the lead. He's in the best place he's ever been in. There's no doubt about it. I guess the question is with this match, there's so many things that make it interesting. Number one, when you're a champion, Austin Theory, obviously your champion's advantage doesn't exist here. You're in the middle of this melee like everybody else. And because of the structure, it's maybe not the same sort of match in terms of just thinking of brute strength or athletic ability. It's sort of a war of attrition to get through that chamber.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's an element of, as we've mentioned before, the best superstars peak right now, the run-up to WrestleMania. You've got to think you win the United States Championship here tonight in the Elimination Chamber. You're probably going to get a pretty good marquee matchup at the Showcase of the Immortals in 6 weeks' time. Someone like Seth freaking Rollins has to be on the WrestleMania card one way or another. Perhaps this is his path to be on WrestleMania.
Well, it launches into our picks. Is he your pick, Seth freaking Rollins?
You know what? I'm going to shock you here. I am actually going to go with the colossal Bronson Reed. The man has the size, the durability. I saw him pounding 6 chicken breasts in catering earlier. He's feeling confident. He's supercharged, and he's got a chip on his shoulder.
Wow.
I'll go with Bronson.
He's 330 pounds, and he's lightning quick. And the way that the tsunami jumps off with one leg, it's just a phenomenal sight to see. In saying all that, I think you have to go with the man that has the greatest swagger going into it, has the most decorated resume going in, a 2-time WWE Grand Slam champion. It is Seth Rollins. It's WrestleMania season. We're talking about Rollins, for God's sake.
It's a logical pick. It makes sense. I don't know that my pick is logical. In fact, this man actually had 7 chicken breasts in catering earlier today. No, I'm going with Montez.
Yes.
I'm feeling like, I don't know if it's my heart, because I love the guy, and I think he's, honestly, I think he's a future absolute huge superstar in this business, but I'm going with Montez for get your red cups ready.
Montez is a man on fire right now. I like that pick.
All right, guys. Again, time will tell. Excited to see the outcome of that. But first, guys, tomorrow on A&E, the greatest and truest stories that have never been told about the NWO. Booker T and Freddie Prinze Jr. are breaking down the rivalry of Hulk versus Andre like never before. It's all on WWE Superstar Sunday on A&E, returning tomorrow night at 8/7 Central.
These are the rivalries. The buzz was huge. Back in television history, it was just unmatched. This rivalry can never be topped. The new Rivals. New season premieres tomorrow at 10. Part of WWE Superstar Sunday on A&E.
Charlotte Flair was built for the spotlight, built for the grand stage.
This was my destiny. This is what I was born to do. And I am continuing the greatest legacy there will ever be. Right here, right now, up for grabs. Built here, built tough, built to last. Only addition, I can never subtract. That's how I like to do math. I blast off, I refuse to lose. I got something to prove. I'ma make my move, then I show off.
Bred to be a champion.
I am a franchise player. I am a genuine superstar. And what I do in this ring is sacred.
Arguably the most impressive resume of accolades in all of WWE. Oh my God! Asuka's won! The streak of Asuka is over! The winner of the Women's Royal Rumble match, Charlotte Flair! Record-setting, history-making, 14-time world champion!
Hitting with the 1-2. I'ma have to show you. I am a giant. I will be defiant. I will rise again.
Please welcome WWE star Charlotte Flair.
Let the games begin.
Let the game begin.
Hold on tight because I'm coming at you fast. Take my place so I can never be last. Hold on tight because I'm coming at you fast.
Oh, the Queen. The Queen is here!
I've always been about three things: passion, consistency, and dedication for what I do in this ring. And new! That is what I have done 14 times.
Charlotte Flair is back! The Queen is back on her throne!
And get in on the Elimination Chamber action with DraftKings. Answer questions correctly about the Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn match to earn your share of $10,000 in prizes. Download the DraftKings app, go to WWE, and play free for your share of the $10,000 prize pool. Plus, make your first deposit today to play free for your share of millions in other DraftKings contests. Final premium live event on the road to WrestleMania. Here tonight, we've got a United States Championship Elimination Chamber match where Theory will defend inside the steel cage. And man, are the odds stacked against the champ here with Rollins, Gargano, Reed, Priest, and Ford.
Better because two of the most destructive forces we've ever seen in WWE collide for the rubber match as the Beast Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley decide once and for all who is WWE's resident alpha male.
All I gotta say here is brace yourselves for absolute carnage. Tonight, WWE Hall of Famers Edge and Beth Pheonix will be out for retribution when they battle Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley at the Judgement Day in mixed tag team action.
And we, of course, are on the road to WrestleMania, and one winner tonight will get their shot at the Raw
One winner
Women's
tonight
Champion,
will get
Bianca
the
Belair, Liv Morgan versus
Gargano
Asuka, Raquel Rodriguez,
space
Natalya,
Bianca
Carmella, and Nikki
for the Raw
Cross.
Women's
I can tell you,
Championship
folks,
at
this arena
WrestleMania.
is jam-packed already, and they are here in Montreal and showing out for their own Sami Zayn. Can he stone the world and become the undisputed WWE Universal Champion? The walls are closing in, says Sami Zayn. Roman Reigns will look to defend and head to WrestleMania, his place at the Showcase of the Immortals already by winning the Royal Rumble. So who is it going to be? Will it be Reigns or will it be Sami Zayn to take on Cody?
Tribal Chief, we have a guest.
Roman, how you doing?
My name, my reputation, as of late, has taken hit after hit after hit. What I need is to regain my credibility, to regain the respect that I am owed. If there was some way to help out, trust me when I tell you, I could be a very, very valuable ally.
Sami Zayn proving that he deserves to be in the bloodline.
I am not with letting down. I am with the bloodline.
Sami Zayn said he's found his family. Sami Zayn can put the bullet for Reigns.
I have their back, and I know that they have mine.
Doesn't matter how many times they tell you you're in the bloodline, you're not their real blood, and you never will be.
What happens when you do something and you piss Roman?
So, what do you think he's gonna do to you?
You want to be the tribal chief? Do you think you're me? Do you think you're me? Do you think you're me?
I just wouldn't wait for them to turn on me.
I would strike first.
Sami Zayn, the Beast must deliver his final test tonight. But what the that test will be, we will find out.
We're
We'll
gonna see
find out
if Sami
tonight.
Zayn really is the bloodline or not. I saw everything that I needed to see. I saw greed. I give him the opportunity of a lifetime, and all he does is he uses me, and he uses my bloodline, and he uses my island of relevancy.
I never wanted anything from you until now. I'm coming after you. The WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. Jimmy and Solo.
Someone's fake.
I want you at the Elimination Chamber, because you broke up my family. I'm gonna bring you in front of your entire family. Now we're gonna see what happens when you play with the bloodline and you win for my family.
Chinese.
It's Roman Reigns
It's not for free.
It's Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn and the entire city of Montreal. I mean, goosebumps, you hear it already. Montreal is ready, the Bell Center is ready, and now we welcome in my good friend, a man who is respected by anyone of any intelligence whatsoever as an MMA journalist.
Thank you.
And of course, a Montreal kid himself, Ariel Helwani. Ariel, tell us what is going through the mind of you and all these Quebecers.
First of all, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor. I am from this city. I was born and bred in this city. I've been to this arena countless times. I love Montreal with all my heart. I'm emotional being here. I was in this building for every single one of GSP's title defenses. I was here in '93 when the Canadians won the Stanley Cup, and that's the last time Montreal won anything. It's been 30 years. There's a banner up there that says 93. They are so desperate for a winner. We want a winner. We were robbed of a winner in 1994 when they canceled the World Series. The Expos were going to win it all.
Let's go,
My
Sammy
Expos.
Champ.
Listen to these people. There is, look at this camera right here. There is no greater crowd in the world than a Montreal crowd. You're feeling it now, and there's not even a single match going on behind us. This crowd is going to explode when Sami Zayn's music pops out, and I cannot wait to feel it, to live it, to have it just shower
Montreal,
over.
Canada.
I can't wait. I love this place.
Now, you told me something interesting earlier, though, about a lot of people who love this business seem to associate Montreal only with 1997 Survivor Series, but there's a much deeper history to Montreal.
Absolutely. It dates back to the legends like Pat Patterson, Mad Dog Ludovichon, Edouard Carpentier.
Rick Martel. I could go on and on. It's not just about 97. 97 was a dark day. I was sitting in the 400s in 97 in this building. That's how legit I am. All right? And guess who else was sitting in the 400? Sami Zayn. He was there as well. Full circle here, 25 years later.
We'll have a few minutes left. I do want to break down that massive match against the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. You mentioned passion. You mentioned emotion, which we've been seeing from Sami Zayn every single week on Friday Night SmackDown. Of course, for the people of Montreal, you personally watching all of this unfold over the last several months, the ups and downs. What did you expect for this to be the end game with Sami and Roman?
I was hoping, by the way, you're such a pro because you were telling me to wrap it up. I was going too long. Thank you. I'm sorry, Kayla. I'm just very excited right now. I'm sorry. I was hoping when they announced this a few months back, Montreal was like, oh my God. Is he going to be here? Is he going to fight for the belt? Is it going to be his time, Sami, finally? And so I was hoping. Honestly, I didn't think it would go down like this, and I gotta tell you, they will party like it's 1993, and Montrealers know what that means if he wins tonight.
Ariel, what is it about Sami Zayn that really resonates, that's captured the imagination of everyone?
He's the everyman, and he's one of us. Brett, I love him. My favorite of all time. He's not from Montreal. All the great Canadian wrestlers of the last 20-something years weren't from Montreal. It's very rare that one of us is headlining here in the Bell Center, and we love our own. We are so patriotic. He lives 10 minutes from here in NDG. You know where NDG is? Notre Dame de Grâce. That's where he's from. He's one of us.
Oh, beautiful. By the way, this man was literally dropped off by his parents.
My dad dropped me off this afternoon. It's freaking amazing. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, we're so happy to have you.
Are you getting rid of me already?
No.
We gotta get
Let's go. I can tell you, folks, we're going to find out who's going to face Bianca Belair, of course, at WrestleMania. It's the women's elimination match to kick things off here tonight. Cannot wait to see this one unfold. That's going to start the show.
Thanks everyone for watching our Elimination Chamber kickoff show. It is the final stop on the road to WrestleMania.
I'm just starting.
On this path to glory, forward is the only way. No matter the danger, you must face it head on. A flesh made of metal. You got to dance with the devil. The fear is bitter.
Insurmountable, unforgiving, inescapable. The United States Championship will be on the line inside the sadistic structure.
The obstacles unrelenting.
The only way to earn a WrestleMania opportunity at the Raw Women's title is to win this match. Who is willing to pay the price?
Freeze. In sight. Man, that's cold.
This could be the single biggest brawl in the history of the Great White North. The clock is ticking toward the biggest match of Sami's life.
But when the storm hits home,
If you're asking if I believe I am capable of beating Roman Reigns,
it hits big.
yes. If you're asking if I am WrestleMania main event material, yes. Time coming after you at the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. Can Sami Zayn do the unthinkable in his hometown?
I'm gonna break you and retire them.
All your relatives, everyone else,
chamber calls. And the only way out is in.
Here we go. The road to WrestleMania goes through Elimination Chamber.
WWE Elimination Chamber.
Welcome to the final premium live event stop on the road to WrestleMania. You're looking live at the sold-out Bell Center in Montreal. 17,271 WWE fans are here tonight to watch ZAYN and Seth try to make history and WWE Elimination Chamber. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the first time we had a major television event here in Montreal was Survivor Series 1997. We all know what happened there. But for tonight, Montreal wants this to be different. Needs this to be different tonight. The energy inside the Bell Center is palpable. It is frigid outside. It is red hot inside. And this is an opportunity for Montreal to write a little positive history of its own as pertains to WWE.
The following is the Women's Elimination Chamber match. In this match, two superstars will be inside the ring, with four other superstars in their respective spots. At regularly scheduled intervals, a pod door will open at random, allowing another superstar to join the match. If at any time a superstar is pinned or submits, she is eliminated and must exit the chamber. The last remaining superstar will be declared the winner and will go on to face the Raw Women's Champion at WrestleMania!
Asuka's coming.
Introducing first, from Osaka, Japan, Asuka!
A princess to start Elimination Chamber. For the second time in her career, Asuka will enter the Chamber match. And for many, Corey, perhaps the odds-on favorite. You simply cannot bet against the Empress of Tomorrow. And let's be honest, since she returned in the Royal Rumble match, this may be the most vicious Asuka we have ever seen in a WWE ring. Returning to her roots, the second time in the history of Elimination Chamber, an opportunity at the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania hangs in the balance. Asuka will be locked inside a pod, waiting for the point where she will be released into this match. I'll tell you this right now, every other superstar in this match better thank their lucky stars that the Empress isn't involved from the opening bell.
Next, from Staten Island, Carmella!
Well, I know this may come as something of a shock to you, but we are looking at my pick to win this Elimination Chamber match and moonwalk her way to the showcase of the Immortal at WrestleMania. Carmella, who's a former SmackDown Women's Champion, she's won Money in the Bank on 2 different occasions, a former tag team champion. We learned last night on Friday Night SmackDown, she's a hell of a commentator as well. Carmella entering the chamber for the second time in her career. And I'm not sure why, though, Corey, how wise this is popping up. Don't question the brilliance of Carmella. During her time away from WWE, if nothing else, Carmella was able to achieve clarity. And I promise you, I sat with her firsthand. Carmella has done more homework on every opponent in this match than probably anybody on the roster. Shot.
Raquel coming down to the ring.
Well, while I'm being honest, I also cannot bet against Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel is brimming with potential. Could tonight be the first step toward Raquel becoming a megastar in WWE? Headlining WrestleMania with the Raw Women's Champion would certainly make a good case for that. Been an incredible start to her career here in WWE. This is another first for Raquel Rodriguez tonight, entering the chamber for the first time in her career. In an Instagram story earlier today, she called it the biggest match of her life. Now, listening to Wade Barrett on the kickoff show talk about how intimidating the Elimination Chamber structure is and how it might actually be a benefit for a superstar like Raquel Rodriguez to have no preconceptions, to have never been inside this structure before. So maybe fear is not going to be a factor in Raquel's case. Wade has been in 3 chamber matches in his career. He knows what he's talking about.
Next, from Glasgow, Scotland, Nikki Cross.
Second time in her career, Nikki enters the chamber. Now, Nikki told me earlier today that she's her own kind of crazy, and she actually is looking forward to be in this matchup yet again. She wants the chamber to be her best friend. She wants to, quote now, play with the chamber tonight. I have no earthly idea what exactly that means. It's hard to decipher anything that comes out of Nikki Cross's mouth. But let's be perfectly honest. Is there anyone
Nikki Cross is in the chamber now.
that is absolutely lunatic Nikki Cross? Great point. And she is trying to intimidate. The women are already locked in their box. So the next 2 women, of course, will start this match. We've had 3 winners from the number 2 spot over the years, and we've had 4 winners from the number 1 spot. Oh, that's disgusting.
Natalya's going to start things off.
Natalya, who won a fatal 4-way to get here, said that Canada is always behind the Hart family, and she does not take that for granted. She believes she's never been so ready. She's regrouped, she's refocused, she's recalibrated, and she's ready to win tonight. Montreal holds a very special place in the heart of not only Natalya, but the entire Hart family. It could be argued there's a bit of bad juju in this area for the entire Hart family, and Natalya wants to right those wrongs. That's a hell of an opportunity. Natalya recognized that. I was speaking with her a bit earlier today, and she goes, listen, that is a story that's 25 years in counting. I understand, but I think tonight might be my night for the Harts in triumph in Montreal. Unfortunately for Natalya, she finds herself as one of the 2 women to begin this Elimination Chamber matchup. So it's going to be an uphill battle for the Queen of Hearts. Again, measuring all the opponents in this match.
Now you watch more than that is.
So Corey, Liv Morgan again tonight will need to go wire to wire to reach her goal. Now remember what happened back at the Royal Rumble. Liv started number 2. Rhea Ripley started number 1. Liv lasted an hour and a minute in the match before being last eliminated by the eventual winner, Rhea Ripley. As impressive as Liv Morgan has been recently, in my opinion, since she won the SmackDown Women's Championship, Liv Morgan's lost herself in the spotlight. She cannot stop chasing the big moments, the glory of the championship. And we've seen Liv taking unnecessary risks rather frequently lately. And I can't believe I'm going to say that. Ironically, that could benefit Liv inside the Elimination Chamber. It did. And a couple of weeks ago, when Liv Morgan learned she could be in this matchup, she said, I love the feel of steel on my skin. She's also the most experienced woman in this match. This is her 4th She's been involved in the chamber, and we are officially locked in. It's time. So Morgan and Natalya will start this matchup. Every few minutes, another pot will open, another woman will enter the fray. When you're tapped or pinned, you head back to the locker room. Last woman standing heads to WrestleMania. This structure is a very football-y, Corey. It's a 30,000 pounds, 2 miles of chain link, 16 feet high. This is akin to having a match inside of a haunted house, in that the structure itself will become involved. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And the structure in which the match is taking place can truly change the game. Shoulders down. Live reversal. To understand again, Natalya picks it too. Curious to see what sort of strategy these first two women employ. Do you try to eliminate your opponent as fast as possible, or do you lean toward conserving energy? Because energy conservation can be a big factor in this match. And you can ask me that 10,000 times, Cole. I'm never going to have an answer for you. Elimination Chamber, of course, the first ever was back at Survivor Series in 2002. What an incredible historic night that was. The return of the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, to win the World Heavyweight Championship. And the Chamber has not disappointed since. And just to your point, Corey, Chamber comes into play. Morgan using it to her advantage. And Natalya over and over again being painfully introduced to the Elimination Chamber. With a little kiss for good measure. Let's start with a spine. And Nikki was into this match. I believe that Liv Morgan would be the one considered to be off a rocker, but then we just saw Asuka as well. So, strange personalities in this match tonight. Listen, whatever Liv's tapped into recently, I think it's a positive. The fearlessness, it's the ruthlessness we're seeing right now. She understood she had to change her game. She had to evolve. After losing the SmackDown Women's Championship, which shocked the world. Bashing her. Oh, right off the pod, face first. And now Natalya looks to take over. Now, the lights are on in Liv's head, but there is nobody home. Natalya slowing down the pace like she follows it out there. Sent once again into the pod. The brutality these superstars are capable of within the Elimination Chamber is unmatched. She gives the Montreal fans what they request. A sanguinous bunch we've got here tonight. I have a feeling it's going to be like that all night long as we head to the main event with native son Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns. And now Liv Morgan. Oh, face first. Great counter by Natalya. Natalya giving Morgan some of her own medicine.
Who's coming out next? Raquel.
Here comes the powerhouse. I'm afraid the term game changers going around a little too frequently in our business, but physically speaking, Raquel is truly that. She brings unmatched power to the entire women's division. A former NXT champion, 2-time NXT tag champ, former WWE tag champ as well. And a big clothesline takes down Natalya. Now, let's be honest, Raquel is still extremely early into her WWE tenure. She's going to continue to learn, to gain more experience, and become more and more dangerous to everyone she competes against. And now Morgan toss the ring into the corner. Again, pinfall submission. You must leave the chamber. Last woman standing wins the matchup. Of course, no disqualifications, no countouts. And now Raquel Rodriguez makes splash into Morgan and Natalya. Doubled up the impact in the turnbuckle, and check out the strength of Rodriguez. Tremendous feel to Natalya. Now a fall-away slam over to Morgan. Another Texan to be proud, JBL, all in favor of that. And Raquel, big foot to the face of Natalya. It's your point, Corey. Raquel could really change the complexion of the match. What Raquel lacks in experience or technique, she more than compensates for with raw power.